Good morning. It is Friday, October the 2nd, and I'm going to read from 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7, a verse that we have heard many times, but I still think it's important for us to understand what it means. It says this, "But the Lord said to Samuel, do not look at his appearance or at the height of his stature, because I have rejected him. For God sees not as man sees, for man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." Now remember, what this is actually referring to is the account when Samuel goes to find who's going to be the next king after Saul. And he goes to the house of Jesse and starts looking up and down these big strapping boys. And he said, surely, each one is stronger and bigger than the next. This must be the king. And God says no. God says no. And then finally, when the youngest is called in, God says this is him. And it's interesting, and we won't get into the whole discussion of David and his size and age and relative strength, because I believe that we do a disservice in some of that stuff. But I will say this, we need to understand what is being said here, that the Lord does not see as man sees. Man sees the outward appearance, and God sees what's inside. We need to be looking at the inside. I really believe that if our world and our culture right now would practice what is being said right here in 1 Samuel 16:7, looking at the world the same way God does, looking at the world from the inside out, seeing what is in the heart and not necessarily what is just on the outside. There are so many different places in this world that would be better and that would be less violent and less hate-filled and less troubled and less difficult. I truly believe that. So my question today, as we dwell on this and do as our devotion this morning, is how are you looking at the world? Do you see things just on the external, or are you doing as the Lord does and try to find what's on the inside? It's easier said than done. We need to be doing that. That's what we need to be doing moving forward, is looking at the inside and not just the exterior. We need to be living and doing as the Lord does as our example. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.